WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Holton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson and Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Presque Isle High School, where we're just a little late getting on the air here. We'll have an abbreviated J. McLaughlin Construction pregame shows. We had a few technical issues. We've got those all sorted out. We're getting ready to bring you Class B girls action featuring the hometown Presque Isle Lady Wildcats taking on the MDI Trojans. I am Tim Tweedy, joined by Rob Moran today. And Rob, you and I made the trip north for what we expect this one, the first game of two. Should be a really good girls game. Both teams dropped their home openers, or I should say their season openers. One team was at home, the other was on the road. And since then, they've each gone undefeated, rattling off 6 wins apiece. And, of course, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose today. So one streak will continue, the other one will end today. But two hot teams right now.
From both teams, you know, the Presque Isle girls had that win over Waterville here about 2 weeks ago, and a lot of people didn't expect that. MDI the same. They dropped their opener to Holton, and then been hot ever since.
Absolutely. And again, we are in the J. McLaughlin Construction pregame show.
Welcome to Presque Isle High School for today's girls varsity matchup between the MDI Trojans and the Presque Isle Wildcats. Let's meet the teams. First for the MDI Trojans. The reserves, number 3, Molly Ritter. Number 13, Emily Carter. Number 15, Grace Witham. Number 21, Lexi Rich. Number 25, Abby Farley. Number 35, Olivia Joyce. Number 45, Hannah Joy. The head coach for MDI is Brent Barker. Assistant coaches May Dow and Shannon Wiggin. Manager Caitlin Tompkins. And now let's meet the Presque Isle Wildcats. The reserves, number 10, Hattie Buber. Number 14, Jenna Sargent. Number 30, Elena Lagasse. Number 32, Anna Trombley. Number 34, Meg Cassavant. Number 40, Riley Kinney. Number 42, Sadie Lapointe. Number 44, Allison Himes. The head coach of Presque Isle is Jeff Hudson. Assistant coaches Ralph Michaud and Tim McHugh. Managers Riley Davis and Carly Jarrett. And now let's meet the starting lineups. For MDI, a sophomore, number 11, Elena Alderman. And for Presque Isle, sophomore, number 12, Faith Schoberg. For MDI, a sophomore, number 23, Leah Carroll. And for Presque Isle, freshman, number 20, Anna Gendreau. For MDI, a sophomore, number 31, Olivia Gray. And for Presque Isle, senior, number 22, Libby Morrow. For MDI, senior, number 33, Rochelle Swanson. And for Presque Isle Senior, number 24, Maggie Castoni. For MDI sophomore, number 43, Elizabeth Jones. And for Presque Isle Senior, number 50, Rebecca Ryder. The officials for this game are Mr. Larry Worcester, Mr. Bob Thibodeau, and Mr. Melvin Duff. The certified athletic trainer is Mr. Andy Hellstrom of County Physical Therapy. Finally, the Wildcats and Trojans request that all spectators display proper sportsmanship at all times. Please do not boo, taunt, or degrade coaches, players, or officials. Let's make good citizenship our #1 priority. And now we ask everyone to please stand and respectfully remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Playing our anthem today, please welcome from the Presque Isle High School class of 2013, Kyle Goupel, and current Presque Isle High School senior, Ricky Goupel.
All right, and with that, we are ready to get this game underway. MDI will come out wearing the traveling green uniforms with white and black trim. Presque Isle wearing the home whites with dark and light blue trim. And just getting a couple of corrections here on some numbers straightened out as we are about to get this game underway. Starting lineup is brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union. Coming out for the Wildcats, it's going to be Schoberg, Jandro, Morrow, Castoni, and Ryder. And for the Trojans, it will be Alderman, Leah Carroll, Olivia Gray, Rachel Swanson, and Elizabeth Jones. Our officials for today are going to be Mr. Larry Worcester, Mr. Bob Thibodeau, and Mr. Melvin Duff. The tip is going to be controlled by the Wildcats. With it right now is Castoni. She starts the offense on the right side, goes to Schoberg. Three-point attempt is going to be put up by Jandro, and she buries it. Wildcats have a 3-0 lead, 15 seconds in.
Great start for Presque Isle, just like you draw it up there, Tim. Jandro knocked it down, had good space, good offense, and finished.
We were a little limited in the pregame show. That was going to be one of the questions is can MDI contain Presque Isle's usually hot shooting at home, and MDI able to answer as that was Leah Carroll getting a bucket. It's 3-2 Presque Isle with the lead in the basketball. Drive, Castoni dumps it off, hoop up and in by Rebecca Ryder.
Nice slot pass there by Castoni, right to Ryder, who finished.
It's 5-2 now, Wildcats. Rob, I'm going to have you take over for a second as I got to move something out of a cameraman's way here.
Sure, ball goes over to Leah Carroll, looking inside. Nothing there, guarded by Castoni, drives to the basket. Blocked by Castoni, rebound for Rebecca Ryder, off to Faith Schoberg, pushing it up the court. Faith, a great shooter. Nice little hesitation. Nice little pull up there. Nothing. Rebound to MDI. Almost a travel, but not quite.
Yeah, Rob, we saw that rebound by Elizabeth Jones. She was she was having a great first half. We saw her sit a lot when we saw her in Holton in the opening game, but obviously her playing time has increased when we had a chance to see them now on this season.
Yeah, she was a great rebounder. She really bothered Holton on the glass in the first half. But must have been sick or something. Didn't play a lot in the second half.
Olivia Gray dumps it in to Jones, and she's going to be fouled as she gets a crowd of Rebecca Ryder and Libby Morrow converge.
Yeah, fouls on Libby Morrow there. A little late in the help side. She started to come over, didn't quite get there in time and had to foul.
Looking to inbound will be Swanson. Finds Gray. Gray with a little runner in the lane. No good. Stays with it. Gray puts a shot up. Has it partially blocked by Schoberg. MDI, though, is going to keep possession, and that three-pointer is going to be well short as Alderman could not get the shot to go. So Presque Isle will get the ball back. Just 2 minutes into this contest, they lead 5-2.
Gray did a great job there staying with it, but good D by Faith Schoberg.
Here is Faith Schoberg. Works the ball around. Jandro, who's already buried a three, has the ball stolen away. It's Alderman. She's going to look to push, take it up the right side. Jandro comes in from behind, tips the ball away. It's going to remain a Trojan basketball.
Good hustle by Jandro. She's the one that lost the ball down here but never gave up on the play. Able to make the nice defensive play to allow PI to get back and set their defense.
Sophomore guard Emily Carter checks into the game for the Trojans as Olivia Gray will earn a breather. Alderman now left side, goes into the corner. Swanson, one of the only returning starters here for this MDI team. She's going to launch up a shot. She had her toes on the line. It's going to be a very long two. Ties the score of 5 points apiece.
Yep, good looking shot there. Rachel Swanson skip pass. Presque Isle didn't do a good job getting out on her, and she knocked it down.
Here is Schoberg. Receives a ball screen by Morrow. Out of Castoni. She's going to dial one up from long distance and bury it. Nothing but twine.
Presque Isle girls always seem to shoot it well at home, don't they, Tim?
And sometimes they shoot well on the road as well, but they always seem to shoot well at home. You're right.
Castoni with a nice looking three there, and that was contested. That wasn't really wide open. She was open, but I wouldn't call it wide open by any means.
Alderman being guarded out near midcourt by Jandro. Starts the offense over on the right side. Now come back middle. Swanson. Going to go inside, trying to establish maybe an interior presence as Alderman gets in the lane. She took steps.
Yep, good call by the official right there. Little the help was there, and it kind of made her sidestep. Otherwise, she's got a good look at it.
As we check in on the Coastal Auto Parts scoreboard, the score is 8-5 Presque Isle with a 3-point lead. Faith Schoberg with the basketball for the Wildcats. Finds Jandro, the freshman, takes it in the lane. She had her shot altered, now a whistle.
It's going to be a foul on Rebecca Ryder going over the back, trying to get the rebound.
It's going to be the second foul against the Wildcats, just the first for Ryder.
You don't necessarily hate that foul. You might hate it in the fourth quarter if she ends up in any kind of foul trouble, but trying to get an offensive rebound there, trying to make something happen.
Swanson starts the ball over midcourt.
MDI running their offense out high, like a 1-4 high, trying to get some backdoor cuts.
Alderman. Right side goes Carter. Starts to dribble towards the middle. Into Swanson. Now they go into Jones. She's going to use the up and under move, and she's going to be fouled, perhaps bailed out, Rob. And we're going to have to see. Ryder's in the area.
Tough shot there for sure, but a nice up and under move. That's the same move we saw from Sydney Ellis repeatedly down at Holton the other day.
A little like Sydney. She was a bit far out from the basket, but either way, it's a net positive for MDI as Rebecca Ryder just picked up her second personal foul. So we'll see coming into the game Riley Kinney for the first time. She's a 5'11 junior forward. Ryder will sit with those two fouls. Presque Isle now with 3 team fouls as the second free throw is made. Makes it 8-6 now with 4:06 remaining here in the first quarter.
Riley Kinney has good size and very athletic. She's done some nice things for them in some of the games I've seen.
A drive along the baseline. Morrow has her pathway cut off. He's going to feed it out top. Jandro. Now to Castoni. Jandro lines one up, hand in her face, buries it.
Boy, she's a good-looking freshman. I know she's had some big games for them. Played great against the Holton girls up here early. She really looks confident today.
That's
2 for 2.
2 threes for Jandro. Her team has an 11-6 lead. MDI trying to hang in there now. Steal. Jandro. See if she's going to take it herself. She's going to take it, lay it up and in coast to coast. Anna Jandro having herself a nice first quarter.
Yep.
She's got 8 of the 13 points. She's outscored MDI herself. And Coach Barker's seen enough. He wants to talk things over. With 3:18 on the clock, it's 13-6 Presque Isle. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Back on here on WHOU. The score is 13-6. Presque Isle with a 7-point advantage over MDI early here in the first quarter. As Carroll tries one from long distance, she couldn't get that 3-point attempt to go. Schoberg with the rebound. Left side now, Meg Casavan just checked into the game, dumps it in. It's Kinney. She's going to try to find Castoni instead. The ball will sail out of bounds.
She zigged when she should have zagged, right? The signals were crossed on that one.
Miscommunication will give the ball back to the Trojans.
Right idea, though. Presque Isle looking great, really, offensively. That's their first bad trip there. They've gotten whatever they wanted for the most part the whole first 5 minutes of the game.
Swanson starts the offense again. They'll start it on the right side. It's going to be Carter, now Gray, who checked back in during that timeout. Back to Swanson. She and Gray will play a two-person game here. Gray kicks it out. Finds her teammate for a long two. Toes on the line. That was Emily Carter. 13-8. Presque Isle.
Good looking shot, though, by Emily Carter.
Schoberg. She's been quiet so far offensively. Finds Casavan. Now Kinney. Good offense by the Wildcats. Does not result in 2 points, though. It's a shot rimmed out.
Nice pass there, though, by Meg Casavan. Great look.
Alderman kicks it out. Gray, she wants to try a three. Her shot's no good. Good box out by Castoni.
Absolutely. Great box out. She's given up all kinds of size and was able to easily get that rebound with that good box out.
Schoberg finds Casavan in the corner. She left her shot short and off the mark. It's going to go out of bounds. MDI will get it back. With 1:52 on the clock here in the first quarter, that gives us time to give you the injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. As with it here is going to be Leah Rich. They go inside. Turnaround shot, no good. Emily Carter couldn't get the shot to fall. MDI, though, is going to have another crack at it. If you're just joining us, Rebecca Ryder went to the bench with 2 early fouls, and that's allowed MDI to get some extra looks on the offensive end.
Yeah, Rebecca definitely a force inside the paint for the Wildcats. Good D there by Castoni.
She had help on the backside from Kinney, who comes up with the basketball. Schoberg is going to look to push for the Wildcats. She's going to pull. That 3-point attempt, no good. Castoni, Kinney, Casavan all there, and it's going to be tied up. And the arrow is going to give the ball back to the MDI Trojans.
And Faith Schoberg didn't. One thing I've noticed already with her, we didn't see it quite so much last year. She's a lot more comfortable shooting off the dribble this year than she seemed to be last year. Last year she was more of a catch and shoot person. And this year she's a couple times already taken a couple one-dribble jumpers.
Here's a steal by the Wildcats as an errant pass. Found Kinney. Schoberg to Jandro now. She's being guarded closely by Carroll. Shot's going to be put up and in. That's Elena Lagasse, who just checked into the game. She's going to give the Wildcats a 15-8 lead with just under 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
A great way to come off the bench, immediately contribute.
Alderman receives a screen from Swanson. Now uses upper dribble, needs help, guarded by Jandro. Finds Rich. You hear Coach Barker telling his team to move the basketball. They're going to go inside in the post. Carroll, nowhere to go. Rich, though, right there. Nice dump-off pass. Up and in. Lexi Rich brings her team back within 5.
Great extra pass there.
Should see Presque Isle with the last shot here of the first quarters. We're down to 5 seconds. Schoberg finds Jandro. She looks up, checks the clock. She's going to get it off, but it's just partially blocked. And that is the way the first quarter is going to end. It was a fast-paced first quarter. Presque Isle is going to take a 15-10 lead into the second quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in-state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your families since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Back on, ready for second quarter action here on WHOU. Tim Tweedy, Rob Moran. And we've got Ricky Goupel joining us today running cameras. We are here at Presque Isle High School. It's the Wildcats with a 15-10 lead, I should say, over the MDI Trojans. This is game 1 of 2 here on this New Year's Day.
MDI playing pretty good defense right now, Tim. Shutting off a bunch of different lanes, and they got the steal, but it looks like Presque Isle's going to get it back.
Yeah, Swanson came up with the basketball, but she gives it right back. Here with it for the Wildcats. It's going to be Castoni. Starts her drive, and it's going to be a turnover.
That lane closed down really fast, thinking she was going to go right and dish it. The lane closed down, caused her to take that extra step.
Swanson will walk the ball up the court for the Trojans. She receives a screen, and it's going to be a team control foul. You could see that one the whole way. Leah Carroll kind of set a moving screen. So, a little bit of a rough start for each team to start the second quarter after a well-played first quarter. Presque Isle will get the ball back. They lead 15-10.
Both these teams play pretty good defense. They don't make a whole lot easy.
Part of the reason why they're each on 6-game win streaks. As another traveling violation is going to be called. This time it's going to be Libby Morrow, guilty of taking steps.
Those ones are frustrating as a coach.
Rob, how deep is Class B girls this year? Kind of seems like right now, maybe Herman is just a tad bit better than the rest of the competition, but after them, you've got a pretty crowded pack of teams. You know, we've seen a good Old Town team that came up here to Presque Isle and defeated the Wildcats. We've seen Presque Isle return the favor against a really good Waterville team. Seen
Holton girls with a good start.
Holton girls had an impressive win over Old Town. Struggled a little bit the other day.
Yeah, it's definitely deep. And I would agree with you. I think Herman might be a slight favorite, but who knows? Anybody's game on any given night.
That was Rich putting the shot up. It's off the mark. Wildcats have it. Jondro is going to try one from downtown. She's already made 2. That one front rim. Rebound taken away by Gray. Here's a 2-on-1. Maybe getting away with a traveling violation was MDI's Leah Carroll, and Swanson misses the bunny. Now a reach-in foul is going to be committed against Carroll, perhaps out of some frustrations. That looked like it was going to be an easy 2 points for MDI. Yeah. Instead, the score remains tied at 15-10.
I think you're right, though. I think she did get away with a travel. I think a few people in the stands wanted that call, but it wasn't happening.
As we see Carter come back into the game, as does Elizabeth Jones for MDI. Here's Schoberg. Goes to Jondro, right side. Strong post up from Kinney. Dumps it off underneath. Now a three-point attempt. It's going to be up. That shot is no good as Castoni couldn't get the shot to fall. Rebound taken away. Here's Olivia Gray.
Nice
good
play,
fast break.
Yeah. Nice box out. Took it and went coast to coast, a la Magic Johnson. All the way down the court. Beautiful drop-off pass.
That was a 3-on-1, and it gets MDI back within a single possession. It's 15-12. 5:35 remaining here in the first half as a block. Riley Kinney had her shot rejected by Elizabeth Jones. That'll give us a chance to let you know what else is going on here on WHOU. This is game 1 of 2 for us here from Presque Isle High School, taking place just 11 miles up the road in Caribou. A couple pretty good games, Ellsworth and Caribou. And the girls' game starting at 2:30, the boys at 4. Rob, a lot of eyeballs going to be on that game up in Caribou. The Ellsworth Caribou boys considered to be two of the favorites.
Oh, yeah. Great game today for sure up there.
MDI with the basketball. It's Alderman. Finds Gray. Now back to Swanson, and she took steps. No.
It's a legal screen again.
You're right. It's going to be Olivia Gray. So that's now 3 team fouls against the Trojans. That's just the first personal on Olivia Gray. Each team with 3 team fouls. Slow first 3 minutes here of the second quarter for each team.
Been a pretty clean game, though. Not a lot of fouls. There's a nice pass by Castoni.
Yeah, she dumped it off in along the left block. Shot's going to be off the mark, though, as Morrow couldn't get that bunny to fall. Inside they go. Here's Jones. Rejected. That's Libby Morrow coming up with a clean block.
Yeah, nice block there by Morrow.
Jandro with it. She's being guarded by Alderman. Shots put up. Schober, no good. Rebound cleared by Emily Carter of the Trojans.
You got to love how MDI boxes out. How many times have you seen them miss a box out? They've done a great job with that.
Gray tries to dial up a 3, no good. Swanson draws a crowd inside. Take your pick. Jandro, Castoni, and Morrow all there.
I think Presque Isle might have 1 or 2 second shots this whole game so far. And we're going to see a timeout here for Presque Isle.
And Coach Hudson wants to talk some things over as Jandro just picked up her first foul. We'll take this break as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on WHOU.
Be good for Nana, okay?
I love you. That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. CountyFCU.org.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
And welcome back here on WHOU. 4:22 remaining in the second quarter. Presque Isle has a 15-12 lead at the free throw line for MDI. Is going to be Swanson as Rachel misses the first free throw. She had that rim out, but she will have a second.
Pretty good crowd here now, Tim. It's really filled up.
A lot of folks taking advantage of maybe having the day off. As Swanson misses both free throws, so it remains a 3-point game.
What's better than New Year's basketball, right? Good take there by Castoni. Couldn't quite finish.
Foul in underneath those. Jones was right there. Morrow, as she put the shot up, she was bumped.
Good job by Libby Morrow. She's a kid. I've had the opportunity to ref a lot of their soccer games, and she plays really hard, no matter what the sport.
Just the first foul on Jones.
That effort level will take you a long ways.
Morrow's first free throw is just a bit strong off the back iron. Both teams may be questioning right now whether there's a lid on the hoop.
Yeah, I was going to say that started out really hot. Teams were shooting it real well the first couple minutes, but slowed down considerably.
Throughout the flow play, we can say it's a matter of the well-played defense, but not when both teams miss 2 free throws, as they've each now done on back-to-back trips.
Free throws and a few layups and a few unforced turnovers.
Carter drives, kicks it out. Alderman wants to line one up, and she does. Game's knotted at 15 points apiece midway through the second quarter.
That was a long one, Tim. She was a good 3 feet behind the line there. Didn't even hesitate and drilled it. Nothing but net.
Now for Presque Isle. The shot's going to be up and in as Libby Morrow gets a 2-point hoop to go. Wildcats retake the lead.
They tried to trap that time, right? And they got through the first trap, and that gave them a 2-on-1 down on the baseline.
With it now for MDI, it's going to be Gray. Gives the ball to Alderman. Gray looks to drive, dump off pass. Found Jones. Good job sliding in and making the shot tough with Meg Cassavant.
A nice pass, though, by Gray.
Ball will remain with the Trojans.
That's about her third really nice pass of the game.
Jandro, after a very short breather, is back into the game. Pass is going to be tipped. So they're trying to find Swanson in the corner. MDI will retain the basketball. Carter's going to inbound. Carter will find Alderman. Now drive Swanson, and I guess there's not going to be a whistle there. Some of the folks from the MDI faithful wanted to kick ball, but the ball was thrown at Morrow's foot, so that's why there's no whistle. 3-point attempt by Jandro, no good. Tracks down her own board. She was going out of bounds. She had to save it in. Goes right to Rachel Swanson. Finds a teammate, Alderman. Lines up a long two, no good. Jones, offensive board, keeps the ball up high and lays it up and in.
Saw a lot of that from her in the Holton game, Jones. Really good offensive rebounder. Her first bucket.
And knots the game at 17. 3-point attempt is going to be up and off the mark by Castoni. Right there, working the boards, though, Libby Morrow. Not the biggest player on the court, but she's had quite the presence here so far. She's had to handle Elizabeth Jones, and Morrow's done a nice job. She's going to earn a chance to go to the free throw line.
That's going to be 2 fouls on Jones, too, so that's a big play.
I say Morrow's giving away at least 3 inches. Morrow.
Having struggles from the line, though. Got to knock them down.
She'll miss the first free throw, as we're going to see Lexi Rich come back into the game here for MDI.
She came in for Jones because of the 2 fouls.
It's 5 team fouls now against MDI. 4 for Presque Isle. And Morrow able to make a free throw as she's 1 for 4 from the line. She gives the Wildcats an 18-17 lead with 2:25 remaining here in the first half. Alderman with the basketball, guarded by Jandro, swings it around, left side, it's Gray. Her runner in the lane, no good. Good box out by Castoni. She clears the board.
She plays a lot bigger than she is, Castoni. She boxes out every time.
Morrow through all kinds of contact, no whistle.
Still battling, though, Morrow.
Ball's down on the floor. She's going to be whistled for steps.
You got to love the fight in the girl, though.
MDI will get the basketball back. Under 2 minutes now remaining here in this first half. Swanson gets the ball over midcourt for the Trojans.
I haven't seen Presque Isle really trap a lot today. They've just mostly been playing straight man, maybe saving that for the second half. Or Coach Hudson doesn't love that against this particular team, but we see them press and trap quite frequently.
Gray with the skip pass. Finds Swanson, keeps her dribble. She had the ball knocked away. Rich tried to save it in, but she stepped along the baseline.
Good hustle by Rich, couldn't quite grab it. Faith Schilberg's been awful quiet so far for PI. She's a girl that can light it up in a hurry if she gets hot.
Anna Trombley's going to come into the game for Presque Isle. Schilberg, again guarded by Swanson. She's going to be doubled. Takes the ball out. Jandro lines one up. It's a shot they wanted, just rimmed out. But with it, Castoni offensive board. She's going to be fouled on the putback. You could hear Coach Barker underneath as they double-team Schilberg saying, don't leave her. And her was Anna Jandro who got the shot she wanted.
Yeah, they're setting a lot of ball screens for her, and that's when he's screaming, don't leave. And they're kind of jumping it, double-teaming her, blitzing it. That's what they call it in the NBA, I think is the word, Tim.
We'll go with it.
But that's leaving shots for Jandro. And she's got some great looks here the last couple times. She just hasn't made them knock them down like she was early.
She knocked down shots early on, as you said. And missed free throw by Castoni.
MDI has had a little bit of trouble since I said they were doing such a great job on the defensive glass. Presque Isle's been starting to get some offensive rebounds.
Presque Isle struggles from the free throw line continue. As it could be close to a double-digit lead were they able to make their free throws. Instead, It's a 1-point game with just over a minute remaining here in the first half. Swanson with the ball. Somehow was able to come down with the basketball.
Yeah, I don't know how she got that. I was shocked that it was even thrown because she was covered as covered can be.
Three-point attempt up by Gray, no good. Rebound cleared by Morrow. Strong board.
Strong board. She says, get away from me, small person.
Gray unable to save the ball as she tipped it out. She stepped on the sideline. Presque Isle's got 43 seconds with which to work. We'll see if they decide to hold for one, if they just run their offense. Castoni gets the ball in. Here's Morrow. Back to Castoni. Cats looking to maybe slow some things up.
No, it doesn't look like they're going to.
Drive in the lane, Jandro passed up a shot, and she's going to drive. It's going to be Gray with the basketball as Jandro had it tipped from behind.
Long skip pass by Gray.
Alderman lines up a three. She left it short, just touched the front of the rim. Ball's loose, and the official is going to say it was last touch off of Jandro. So MDI will have 14.1 seconds with which to work. They could potentially give themselves a lead heading into the locker room.
Definitely going to probably see them go one shot here unless they're able to get a layup on the inbounds.
Good hands by Castoni to knock the ball away. Coach Barker calling out the play. Here's Alderman. Looks to find a teammate. She's close to 5 seconds, and there it is. We knew it was getting close. You could see the panic in her face as nobody was open. Presque Isle with good defense. So now 13.1 seconds for Presque Isle to have what should be the last possession.
MDI going to pick up a little bit here. Put a little pressure on the ball, maybe try to get them to use a little bit of the clock, bringing it up.
Alana Lagasse is going to check in for these final 13 seconds. We're now down to 6. Schoberg, guarded by Swanson, down to 4. Finds Castoni. She's got an open look. Left it a little bit short. And that is the way the first half is going to end. Fast-paced first quarter, a little slower in the second quarter. It's an 18-17 score. Don't go too far. Coming up here on the Katahdin Trust Company halftime show, we're going to have a guest coming up. It's going to be Justin Norwood, head coach of the MDI Trojans. The boys will be playing after this. We'll pick Justin's brain a little bit, talk about his college days playing in high school right here at Umpy. Don't go too far. We'll be back in 2 minutes on WHOU.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
County.me, your source for county-wide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Welcome back here on WHOU as we are at the Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. The score is 18-17. Presque Isle with a 1-point lead over the MDI Lady Trojans. And glad to be joined here by former Trojan, now the coach, head coach of the MDI Trojan boys, name familiar with Class B basketball fans, Justin Norwood. Justin, thank you for coming up and spending a few minutes with us here at the half.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Why don't you talk a little bit about your season so far? You graduated, I think 80% of your starters from last year, and then lost a student to a transfer as they went to Fort Kent. So kind of a complete rebuild, but you guys have been in most of your games so far. You've been competitive. a young team as well. Can you talk a little bit about how the season's unfolded thus far?
Like you said, I feel like we've been in every single game other than, Caribou pretty much had it under control the whole game. We got it to within 11 at one point in the second half, but I'm not really sure it was in doubt. But our kids really battle. They play really hard. And like you said, they're a new group. I think out of the kids that we have playing, only one of them actually played in our playoff game last year. So it's a lot of new kids, a lot of new faces. So it's amazing. I didn't really realize how much experience matters.
Yeah,
it's big time. So our kids are trying to get some of that experience, and we're battling every day.
So not just saying this because you're on here talking, and you and I go back away to your umpy days, which we'll talk about in a minute. But you're one of my favorite coaches to get to watch. You play a lot of kids. You seem to be pretty upbeat, but you have high expectations for your teams, both on and off the court. I think it was well documented a couple years ago how you like to have your teams do some cleaning in gymnasiums and stuff like that. But Justin, with the success you've had, your teams have been in one of the last 4 teams, I think, standing in Class B now. And, most of the time you've been in MDI. And now with kind of a complete rebuild, what did you say to yourself before the season? And then what did you say to the kids as far as your expectations for this year?
We don't ever really talk about, hey, we want to play in the Northern Maine Championship game. We want to be state champions. We just talk about this is the way we want to play. This is the way we want to behave. And that's what we try to do. And talk a lot about just letting the chips fall where they may, for a lack of a better expression. So we just we set goals for ourselves as far as we want to try to hold teams to this amount of points or turnovers, and that's kind of where we go. We don't talk about wins and losses a whole lot, so that's kind of the way we've always done it, and it's I think it's proved out to be pretty successful.
And talk about why that is, because I'm not sure everybody shares that philosophy, but obviously you've had a lot of success with it. Just kind of taking things game by game. You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak, when you have a tough loss, to a good team or whatever. So why is that your approach?
I just feel like it can get like with a group like this. I mean, if we're always talking about, hey, we really need to win this game or we're not going to get in the tournament. Like today's a huge game for us. We're outside looking in. If we go in with that expectation of, hey, if we don't win this game, we're not getting in the tournament, or this game we really need to win. And then I think it devalues some of the games that you're playing against teams that might not be as good at that particular time. So that's kind of the way we've always approached it. Like I said, I think it takes a little pressure off the kids, and it gives them focus on what's important during the games instead of, I think the wins and losses, they come and go every year. And one of the big things I'm really the most proud of our program is the amount of kids that come back and want to be part of it, and the amount of messages I get from kids telling me what they're doing, or parents coming up and letting me know what their kids are doing. And to see, like, during Christmas break, all our former players come back, and we get guys that want to come into practice every day during Christmas. So I think that's the kind of thing that I was most hopeful for, and I think is it really is something nice to be a part of.
Again, we're joined here at the half with Justin Norwood, coach of the MDI Trojans, who will be playing in our second game here on WHOU. Just one or two last quick questions for you, Justin. Talk about the tradition of basketball. You were a high school player at MDI. To be able to go back to your hometown, you've been doing this now for a while down there. Not everybody gets to do that. The school that they grew up in, the uniform they grew up playing in,
right.
They don't always get to do that. Talk about that pride and tradition, because there is a lot of that down in MDI. They play a lot of basketball down there.
Yeah. It's it's something when I didn't go into college necessarily thinking, I want to go back home. But when I started getting into it, coaching and teaching, it's no real better place for me than MDI. And as a player, going back in college, I remember watching the band play and still getting the goosebumps when our first song comes on. The drums,
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah, when the drums start going. Even now, I'm 39 years old, and when I hear that, I start to get goosebumps. Sure. And just all the. I had a great time. I had a great experience as a kid on MDI. All my family's from there. My sister played on 3 straight state championship teams, so we just love it there. And I wanted to come back and try to help build the program up a little bit.
How about 30 seconds or less? Fond memory you have? You attended the University of Maine at Presque Isle where you played basketball. You've still got a lot of friends in this area. 1 or 2 quick memories that you have. Is this kind of your second home, maybe?
Yeah, it's amazing trying to get up here to talk to you. All the people that I know, I've got people coming over talk, hey, how's it going? Seeing people that I know Sharon Royks just came over, and I was coming up when she was coming, this old registrar at Umpy. And
she doesn't age, does she?
No. And you know what I always remember when I first came here, it reminded me of home, the way that the community is, and it is like a second home for me.
Good. Well, we're glad you could join us here at the half. Want to wish you luck in the second game,
Thank
of course,
you.
with the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, we'll take a 1-minute break and bring it back for second half action here on WHOU.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare, from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home health care.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I really love to do.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Presque Isle is going to start with the basketball. They have an 18-17 lead. Tim Tweedy joined by Rob Moran, Ricky Gupel on camera, Tim Youngfellow back at the station helping make this game possible. As Presque Isle kick the ball out to Faith Schoberg, who has the first shot of the second half. Couldn't get the shot to fall, but right there's Libby Morrow to lay it up and in.
Yeah, Libby Morrow done that a lot today on the offensive glass.
Rob, that interview went just a little bit long, catching up with Coach Norwood. Can you give us a couple of the leading scorers from the first half?
Sure. Anna Jondro for PI had 8 points. And kind of spread out. Elaine Alderman and Rochelle Swanson both with 3. Now Leah Carroll has 4 because she just scored for MDI.
Leah Carroll coming in on this game, or into this game, leading MDI in scoring at 16 points a game, 8 boards. But she was quiet in that first half, maybe looking to get things going here in the second half as the officials look to each other for help as Castoni lost the ball, but it's because it was knocked from behind, so the Wildcats will keep possession. They have a 1-point lead, 20-19. Morrow, strong take in the lane, can't get the shot to go. Riders right there. She had to sit for much of the second quarter with 2 personal fouls. And Ryder is able to earn Presque Isle an extra look, and it's a 3 for Maggie Castoni. It's a 23-19 lead now for the Wildcats.
And that's what happens on those offensive rebounds, right? You can't close out on people. People get open threes, and big benefit for Presque Isle.
That's what Presque Isle was missing for much of that second quarter. With Ryder on the bench, as we see Jondro with a good hustle play dive to the floor to try to keep possession for the Wildcats. But, well, now the officials are going to talk it over, as it looked like it was last touched by Jondro, but
and she touched
may in
it
fact
first.
not be the case. We'll have to see.
She touched it first. If the MDI player had touched it first,
it will be a Trojan basketball.
It would have been backcourt, but good hustle there.
So the Trojans trailing by 4. Swanson with the basketball. Kicks the ball out now. It's going to be Carter. Now to Alderman. Starts her drive. And a traveling violation as Emily Carter took steps.
Got to put the ball down before the pivot foot comes up. That's the one we see the most, right? That travel right there. A little show and go, and you went before you put the ball to the floor.
Faith Schoberg starts towards her left. Again, she draws a crowd. The ball's going to be tipped. And it's going to be last touched by one of the MDI players.
And the MDI's really keen on Faith Schoberg. You can tell anytime she gets in any situation where she can score the ball, they're ganging, being 2 or 3 people right there.
Castoni looks to try to find Jondro. The ball goes into the back court. Wildcats will keep possession now. Jondro, open look from downtown. Can't get that three-point attempt to go, but again on the offensive boards, it's Ryder. Castoni, pull-up jumper, no good. Ball's loose. On the floor, we see Morrow go diving to the floor, but she's going to touch the ball last. So.
You got to love her effort, though, don't you?
Oh, she leaves it all out there. And now Coach Barker wants to take a timeout. 5:54 remaining here in the third quarter. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well and be right back here on WHOU.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. We stand ready to serve all your new and used heavy equipment needs. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support and around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our certified technicians and parts specialists alongside our product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
Coming into the timeout, it's going to be a Trojan basketball. They find themselves trailing the Wildcats by a score of 19-23. Alderman finds Swanson. The give and go. Actually, that was going to be Carroll trying to make the pass to Swanson on the cut. Pass is going to be a little bit too high. It's going to be a turnover.
Better pass there, though, and that's a layup. She's walking into a layup. Just going to make a better pass.
Two leading scorers for each of these teams. Really quiet so far. So that was Carroll on the turnover. It's a dump pass down to Ryder from Jondro, no good. Jondro working the weak side glass, so able to keep possession. Here's Schoberg. She tries to dial one up from downtown, no good. But right there again, it's going to be Morrow. Her shot no good. Ryder has her shot blocked by Carroll. Good defense. Schoberg stays with it. Just cannot buy a hoop. Morrow comes up with a steal. Another good hustle play.
It's volleyball right now for Presque Isle.
Schoberg able to drain one. That might get her going. It's 26-19 now. Faith Schoberg with her first three.
They got about 6 chances at the basket there, and MDI not going to have much of a chance if that continues.
Alderman thought about the three instead. She passes it up, hands the ball off now. Rachel Swanson, she'll take a three. That one off the back iron, no good. Two Wildcats fight over it. Castoni will come away with the basketball. She's going to look to push. Castoni takes it herself, lays it up and in.
Nice take, little up fake there with the head out by the foul line and went right by the defender.
Just over midway through this third quarter, Presque Isle's taken their largest lead of the game. It's a 9-point advantage, and now a turnover for the Trojans.
Presque Isle's got all the momentum right now, Tim. Playing well. It's all off their defense, too. Their defense and their offensive rebounding. Think about that last trip. All those possessions, and finally Faith Schoberg gets a three.
A number of Wildcats have done a good job on the boards, but in particular, it's been Morrow and Ryder who have been making the Trojans pay so far. 3-point attempt is going to be up. Castoni, it's off the mark. Look who it is, though. It's Morrow giving her team another chance. But it's going to be stolen back. Carroll's going to look to take it. She has this ball stolen away. Jondro comes up with it. Jondro's going to take it herself in a 1-on-2. Pull-up jumper. Won't fall. Rebound taken down by Jones.
Look at them hustle, though. The Presque Isle girls are just all over the court. They're winning every loose ball. And Libby Morrow down here missed the shot, but came all the way back to get a hand on the ball. Leah Carroll was going into the basket. And she's really working hard out there.
MDI has the arrow, so look at the basketball. But, yeah, Libby Morrow's making me tired just watching her play.
Absolutely.
Swanson works it around, right side now. Alderman. Back to Jones. Bray, everybody touching the ball here. Good offense. Got the shot they wanted. Alderman, though, just couldn't get the shot to go. She sticks with it. Puts a shot up. She's got a chance for a three-point play. Give Elena Alderman some credit. She drew a crowd of 3 Wildcats and somehow got that shot to go through contact.
Much-needed bucket there for MDI. Like you said, they ran great offense, got a great look. There was a little flex cut, and she had a layup. Didn't knock it down, but then made the one in traffic and got to open the harm.
She made the free throw as well, so gets the Trojans back to within 6. It's 28-22 with 3.5 minutes now remaining here in this third quarter.
A little bit of token pressure there by MDI, but Presque Isle handled it.
The foul was on Castoni, just her first. There's Morrow. Crosses her defender up, can't get the shot to fall. Ryder with another look. She can't get it to go. Gray is able to clear the board. Olivia looks to push, finds Carroll. She tries to do a dump pass along the baseline. It was knocked away. She stuck with it. And that shot attempt was a little bit too long. Anna Jondro comes up with the basketball.
Great contest again, though, by Libby Morrow.
Here is Morrow. Gives it to Schoberg on a handoff. And a miscommunication. The ball is going to go out of bounds. The Trojans will have it.
I'm not sure what happened there. One person, the eye contact problem, I think.
Riley Kinney checks into the game here for the Wildcats. We'll see Ryder catch a breather. Here is Gray, guarded by Schoberg, now to Jones. Carroll, fake the three, gives it over to Swanson. She's going to look to drive, puts it up the left hand and in. Back to a 4-point game.
Yeah, MDI answered for sure. Little up fake by Swanson. Nice left-handed finish. That was a great play.
Wildcat lead was as much as 9. MDI has it back to within 4. 2 minutes left to go. Here in the third quarter, as Gray come up with the basketball, but just no room with which to operate. She stepped on the sideline. She was trying to walk the tightrope over there, but
yep, she should have thrown it out in front of her, and her teammate would have had a layup if she did. But MDI again, they doubled that ball screen.
Nice feed from Castoni. She finds Riley Kinney inside.
And a little defensive breakdown there. I'm sure they didn't mean to leave her wide open underneath the basket.
Yeah, I don't think that was the play that was drawn up, but it worked out well for Presque Isle. Here's Swanson to Carroll, guarded by Morrow. To Jones now. Dumps it off to Carroll. She found herself just a little too far under the hoop. She missed that shot. Castoni going back the other way. Swings around, Morrow. Back to Castoni. Open look from downtown. Can't get the three to fall. Rebound cleared by Olivia Gray. MDI looks to push now. It's Alderman. End-to-end action to Gray. Fakes a three. Look to step into a shot. Kicks it out, Alderman. Her three-point attempt no good, and off the long rebound, it's going to be the point guard for Presque Isle, Faith Schoberg, tracking down the basketball.
Alderman had a great look there.
Morrow steps into a long two. Makes it 32-24. 1 minute or so, minute 5, I guess, left to go here in quarter number 3.
Good looking shot there by Morrow, something she hasn't shown us. She's had a nice game, 7 points already and a bunch of rebounds.
And now, miscommunication is going to result in a turnover as Gray cut. And as Jones was looking to feed her the basketball, that ball goes into the front row of the Presque Isle student section. So the Cats will get the ball back. 50 seconds left on the clock here in the quarter. Schoberg uses a screen from Kinney and has it knocked away. Gray went barreling into the bench. It's going to be Presque Isle retaining the ball.
A little double team on the ball screen again. That's worked well for MDI. Every time they've done that, Presque Isle hasn't really hurt them off it a whole lot.
Schoberg looks to use a screen from Morrow in the corner. Castoni drives through some contact. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Kinney right there repositions herself underneath the hoop. It's the biggest lead of the game for Presque Isle. It's a double-digit lead, 34-24.
4 points for Riley Kinney, so she's had a nice impact here in the third quarter.
Now down to 20 seconds left here in the quarter. It's going to be Alderman. Jones is posting up. Gray lines up a three. She leaves it short. Rebound tracked down by Alderman. And now it's going to be a jump ball. Presque Isle will have the arrow.
Good play by Jondro there. Presque Isle's got 8.6, plenty of time. If you're MDI, you want to put a little ball pressure on here, and they don't do it. See what happens.
Coach Barker wanted Alderman to put some pressure on, but missed assignment, and now the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. 1.2 seconds on the clock. Let's see what Presque Isle can draw up here to see if maybe they can get Schoberg coming off the screen for an open look. It's going to be Jondro instead. She's got an open three. She left it long. Presque Isle has built up a double-digit lead after 3 quarters of play. It's 34 for the Wildcats, 24 for the Trojans. Don't go too far. We'll be back in 60 seconds for fourth quarter action right here on WHOU.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
The SW Collins Company is the only Makita Pro Center in Maine, which means we have access to all the latest tools that Makita has to offer. Our factory-trained employees are ready to make sure that you have the right tool for any project. With over 180 tools, Makita has the largest cordless offering with a single battery platform in the industry. And don't forget, we are also a Makita authorized service dealer. For sales, service, and the largest selection of quality Makita tools, go where the builders go, the SW Collins Company.
And welcome back here on WHOU, getting ready for fourth quarter action. Presque Isle has a 34-24 lead here to start the fourth quarter. MDI is going to have the basketball. Is this going to be Alderman for the Trojans? Guarded by Jandro, skip pass. Back out Alderman now, drives in the lane, her little floater is up and in. Gets things back down to single digits, it's 34-26. Morrow now with it for the Wildcats. Picks up her dribble. Needs Castoni. Castoni gets past her defender, Alderman. Out top they go. Jandro, wide open look. She had all day to line that up. She leaves the shot just a little bit short. And the Trojans are going to have the basketball back with 7:13 remaining here in quarter number 4. Once again, this is just game number 1 of 2. At the conclusion of this game, we will have the Presque Isle MDI boys. For the Trojans, it's Jones. Swings the ball around. Gray. Jones. Free throw line extended. Parries the jumper. It's got it down to a 6-point game, 34-28.
Nice little pull-up jumper there by Jones.
You said it in the break. Third quarter was a quarter run. So far, MDI in a 4-0 run here to start this quarter as Faith Schoberg launches up a 3. No good. And perhaps, I think they're going to recorrect this one as it looked like Olivia Gray touched the last.
Oh, yeah.
She gives a little shrug.
Yep.
She looks, I think she knows she might be guilty.
Yep. Good officiating there. Officials got together and talked about it.
I love the expression on Gray's face.
I think Coach Hudson helped. I looked over at him. He helped a little bit with that call. But it was the right call. Got to get it right.
Here's Schoberg coming off a screen, a little curl. Her shot, no good. Riley Kinney with another opportunity for Presque Isle as Morrow puts up a shot, no good. It is Olivia Gray coming up with the rebound. As the Trojans look to push. With it, Carter finds Alderman. Now to Gray, guarded by Schoberg. Two pretty good sophomores. Back around Alderman. MDI being very patient on this offensive set. Swanson took a contested shot as Castoni was right there behind her. As the shot was off the mark, the Trojans are going to have another look at it. Yeah, it's going to be Presque Isle basketball.
Rebecca Ryder checking back in.
Some of the fans that made the trip up are not happy about that call.
Nope.
Hard to say from our vantage point. They may have a case.
Yeah, tough to I couldn't really tell.
Either way, the Cats are going to have it. It's going to be Castoni bringing the ball up the court. Uses a little head fake, and she's going to, thought they're going to call her for steps instead. It's going to be a reach-in foul.
Saying there's a foul before the steps because she definitely took steps, but there might have been some contact there.
A very clean played third quarter off. That's just the first foul of the second half for MDI.
Yeah.
Presque Isle, too, with only one team foul up on the board. Not many whistles as Gray knocks the ball out of bounds. Presque Isle will keep possession. They're up by 6. 5:39 remaining here in quarter number 4. Jandro finds Castoni, up fakes. Feeds Jandro. She's going to dial one up. Leaves a short, but right there, Ryder. And Ryder gets a putback shot. Coach Barker wanted to travel.
Yeah, he might have a case on that one. Not sure if she left the ground or not, but good job by Ryder either way, being there.
Like to see a replay of that, Rob. So it's 36-28 as Swanson drives, drew contact, nearly got An opportunity for a three-point play. Somehow she got the shot to go.
She got
got the shot off, I should say.
Great left hand, Swanson. She's had a couple nice finishes and nice attempts at the rim. Almost one there, but didn't quite go.
Castoni picked up her second personal, so we're going to see Swanson at the free throw line. She's going to leave that short, and that will give us an opportunity to give you the injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. And we were told that everyone healthy for each of these two teams coming in off of a short Christmas reset.
Down to 7, Faith Schoberg with the step back.
That three-point attempt, no good. We're going to see who touched the last. The officials will look at each other, and once again, they're going to converge. So they want to talk things over. And it's going to be Trojan basketball after that discussion. With exactly 5 minutes remaining here on the clock in the fourth quarter. Presque Isle leads by 7. MDI could really use a hoop. Here is Swanson for the Trojans. Gives the ball up to Alderman. Gray lines up a three. She had all kinds of time. Left it just a little bit long. Rebound taken away by Schoberg.
Good box out there by Faith Schoberg.
That was a shot that the Trojans wanted. Just Olivia Gray could not knock it down.
They've cooled off from the three-point land. They started out hot from there. They haven't hit one for a while.
Really, both teams have, Rob.
Right. Yep.
Hot shooting first quarter.
Yep, absolutely.
Jondro kicks it out top. Castoni uses the up fake now. Finds Schoberg. That open look. It's nothing but blind. She had all day to knock that down.
Great in rhythm. A nice pass by Castoni. Put it right in the shooting pocket, and Faith Schoberg drilled it.
39-29 is your score. Alderman, skip pass. Finds Swanson, drives, drew contact. Could not get the shot to fall, but Castoni is going to pick up her third personal, and Swanson will get to go to the free throw line with the clock stopped at 4:02. An opportunity to climb in to the game as we're getting a score here from Caribou. It's 17-9, Ellsworth with the lead over the Caribou Lady Vikings with 5:26 remaining in the second quarter. Swanson able to make the first free throw, gets this game back down into single digits.
If you're MDI, you got to do what you can do to cut into that lead with the clock going. 4 minutes left, lots of time, but Presque Isle generally a good free throw shooting team and a team that knows how to close out games.
Swanson was able to make a pair as Jondro launches up a three. Guess who? Morrow on the weak side boards. Her putback attempt, no good though. And a foul is going to occur.
It's going to be on
sure
Gray.
Who it's going to be on.
I believe it's going to be on Gray. She kind of rolled over the top of the scrum there.
You are correct.
You can hustle and get a loose ball, but you can't jump on top of somebody.
A little confusion as to who's in and who's out, because it's going to be Jones catching a breather as we see Carter come back in for MDI. Presque Isle's going to have the basketball. 3:46 now remaining in the fourth quarter. They've got an 8-point advantage. Castoni. Schoberg. Her shot up. No good. And it's going to be Lexi Rich coming up with the ball for the Trojans. Carroll, show and go. Takes it herself, lays it up and in.
Nice move by Carroll. MDI gets a quick timeout.
Before the ball's put in play, Coach Barker wants to talk things over. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 3:22 on the clock, a 6-point advantage for Presque Isle back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamel has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamel, LLC. Your family, your future.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
We are back at Presque Isle High School here in the fourth quarter of this New Year's Day game. It's Presque Isle leading MDI 39-33 with just over 3 minutes remaining here in regulation. The lead has been as many as 10 for Presque Isle. They've led throughout most of the contest. It's been relatively close since it's turnover by Maggie Castoni. She double dribbled. We'll give the ball back over to MDI.
Tried to split two defenders there and didn't have a whole lot of space. Picked it up and then put it back down. The officials were all over that one.
Swanson dribbles. They work it around. It's going to be Gray lining up a shot. She got the one she wanted, couldn't get it to go. Ryder comes up with a rebound.
Well, great look. Just didn't knock it down. Would have been a three-point game.
Most other days, Olivia Gray will get that shot to go. She's got a good-looking stroke. We saw that last year. She was just a freshman down in Bangor. She came in and hit some big shots. Morrow going to take on her defender one-on-one. The blocking foul is going to occur. I believe it's going to be Lexi Rich. We'll wait to see what the official indicates.
Not even close to a shooting foul, though, just the third. So both teams with 3 fouls.
For Rich, that's her second personals. We're going to see Jones come into the game, as will Alderman. Carter and Rich will check out. Presque Isle perhaps will look to eat some clock up here with a 6-point lead as Morrow has her shot blocked off the inbound play. She stays right with it. Third attempt, no good. Morrow again fighting for the rebound. The arrow is going to stay with the Wildcats. Rob, how many offensive rebounds does Libby Morrow have in this game?
A lot. That's just on that play right there. She had 2 or 3, and she's been a thorn in MDI's side all day long on the offensive glass.
She is quickly becoming one of my favorite players to watch. Is a steal by Rachel Swanson.
Yeah, you would have liked her on the soccer field, too. She works really hard.
Holy smokes. Gray looks to drive, kicks it out. Shot's going to be put up. Carroll drained it. Good-looking stroke by Carroll. It's down to a 4-point game, 39-35, with 2 minutes remaining here in this contest.
Yeah, 10-point game a couple minutes ago, right? So things are going MDI's way right now.
Morrow, guarded by Jones, uses up her dribble. Now finds Schober, right side beyond the arc. She's going to pull things out and direct traffic. Give the ball up, Castoni. Presque Isle going to run a little handoff play, trying to kill some time, and instead it's going to be a turnover. It's Carroll. She's got Jones as she picks up her head. Kicks it out, long 2. Swanson able to get it to go. Coach Barker calls a timeout before the ball is inbounded, and just like that, it's a 2-point game. With 1:29 remaining here in quarter number 4, the score is 39-37. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back here on WHOU.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
We're back from Presque Isle High School, where we're in the midst of a timeout here. Presque Isle has a 2-point lead as they're just clinging on to this lead. MDI has come storming back. They trailed by as many as 10. Rob, right now it's a 2-point game, 39-37.
Yeah, great comeback by MDI. And it could be tied. A couple of those shots they hit were just inside the 3-point line. It was right there.
Including the most recent shot by Rachel Swanson.
MDI going to pick up with some pressure here a little bit. If they haven't got turnover, there's a turnover there.
Chandra was trying to go across the court. Swanson ties the game up off the steal. She lays it up and in. It's 39 points apiece.
Yeah, that's a tough turnover there for sure. Big one.
Schoberg dribbling out near midcourt, guarded by Swanson. Gray comes over and helps with the double team, and now a reach-in foul is going to occur, but that won't really do much to change the complexion of this game, as that's only going to be the fourth team foul against MDI with 1:08 now left on the clock.
You're okay with that one, but you certainly don't want to foul face Schoberg if it's a one-on-one situation. She's a great free throw shooter.
Maybe the best in the state.
Oh, absolutely. I think she's won the state free throw shooting championship. Been at the Nationals multiple times. Going to be a 5 count. Couldn't get the ball in, PI couldn't, and ball's going back over to MDI.
Well, I believe that was a turnover. Something happened with Jandro down near her own bench. Stepped out on the sideline. So now a minute left on the clock. As Swanson's going to direct traffic here for the Trojans. She's being guarded by Castoni. And there's a 5-second closely guarded. Give Maggie Castoni all the credit in the world right there. She stayed right in the shorts of Swanson and was able to help turn the ball over.
Got to have that clock in your head, Tim. You got to pick up the dribble if you're closely guarded.
Now another timeout. We'll take it as well. 50.7 seconds left on the clock. The game is tied at 39. Don't go too far. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant-retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
Back here live on WHOU. We're in the fourth quarter. 50.7 seconds left on the clock as the crowd starts to stir and make a little noise. This game is knotted up at 39 points apiece. This is just game 1 of 2 here on WHOU. Presque Isle is going to have the basketball. MDI has the all-important arrow as the ball comes in to Morrow. Now to Schoberg. Guarded by Swanson. Receives a screen. Schoberg tries to go around and going to say 5-second closely guarded. Going to turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Not much argument from the Presque Isle bench.
No, none at all. It was good defense by MDI.
So we'll see what the Trojans elect to do with 34 seconds now remaining on the clock. They could try to kill the clock and try to get the final shot if they wanted to. Carroll gives it up to Gray.
I think they're going to be patient, not necessarily take the last shot, but get the first good shot. May end up being last shot as we're running up time here.
Carroll drives, throws up the left-handed baby hook, won't go. Morrow with the rebound. Presque Isle's got 10 seconds with which to work. With it, Castoni to Schoberg, down to 4 seconds. Morrow's going to have a chance to get a shot off. Throws up a runner, get it to fall! Libby Morrow should say, no question about it, she's been the player of the game. She hits a game winner. As time expired, the Wildcats are going to pick up a big 41-39 victory. And now, what about that ending there? Once again, that was going to be Libby Morrow. Not sure that that's how the play was set up, but certainly an exciting finish. We're going to allow Rob to make his way down the court. He will try to catch up with Libby Morrow and some of the other victorious Lady Wildcats. Don't go too far. Back in 1 minute on WHOU.
Herring Brothers Meats has been in business in the Central Maine area for over 100 years. They are a federal USDA plant that provides processing of beef, pork, lamb, and goat by appointment and is also MOFGA certified. Herring Brothers also has a full retail store able to cut to your needs. They offer beef, pork, chicken, specialty sausage, and their famous Wicked Good beef jerky.
Outfit your vehicle for tough jobs with commercial truck body and accessories at Main Equipment in Herman, Maine. At Main Equipment Company, we sell and install truck bodies, lift systems, garbage removal applications, and snow and sand spreading applications. Storage boxes and bed liners is also available. Call us at 207-848-5738. Dump bodies, hook lift hoists, truck bodies, sand and salt spreaders, rubbish packers. The right fit for your truck. The premier company in the state of Maine. Main Equipment Company.
Welcome back here on WHOU. We are in the Pat's Pizza post-game show. It was a very dramatic finish and ending to this game as Presque Isle was able to pick up a 41-39 victory with a last-second shot. Libby Morrow able to drain a runner from over on the right side, and she's going to give her team a, it's going to be a game in the heel point standings that will carry them quite far all season long, and it's going to extend the Presque Isle win streak to 7 games now. After they drop the opener to Old Town, things clicking on all cylinders right now for this Presque Isle team. And it's going to be just a moment before Rob is able to catch up with Libby as he's made his way down on the court. And she's just waiting for the Presque Isle boys to get ready to take the court with the rest of her teammates. And we'll have a chance for the two of them to catch up. We'll remind you, don't go too far, as after Rob's able to catch up with Libby, we're going to go ahead and take a break and allow them to do what they need to do back at the station, then get ready for game number 2. It looks like Rob has caught up with Libby. We'll take it down to him courtside.
Thanks, Tim. Over here with Libby Morrow. How much is your heart pounding when you're taking that last shot?
A lot. There was 10 seconds maybe left in the game when I got the ball, and I'm like, we need to score, so might as well just go to the basket, try to get fouled, or see what happens.
Yeah, I actually think when you got it, there was about 5 seconds left, and put your head down, made a nice move to the basket. Now, Tim and I were both commenting before that happened just how hard you worked on the glass. I mean, you had about 15 offensive rebounds. Is that what Coach, that's your role on the team?
Yes, he says really athletic, so to get lots of offensive rebounds, lots of boards on the defensive end, that's really important. And our team's been doing really well this year at rebounding, and we get second shots up, which is really good. That's how we get a lot of our points. Kick it out to the three-point line and make some baskets.
Yeah, I know I've seen you play a lot of soccer, and you have that toughness mentality, and you really do a great job bringing that to the court. So you had a 10-point lead with probably 3 minutes left, and things started just crumbling a little bit. What was Coach saying to you on the bench?
Just keep your head. Just don't let it get to you. We have an important game to win, and I think everyone just concentrated and didn't let it get to them. So that's just important on a close ball game like this one today.
Well, listen, great job. I think you got 1 loss now. I think you're 6-7-1. I'm sure we'll probably see you in Bangor.
Yes.
Good job. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Tim, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Rob. It's a very happy and well-deserved happy Libby Morrow as her team picks up a 41-39 victory. And again, they will advance their record now to 7-1 on the season. MDI is going to drop to 6-2. We've still got more to talk about as we'll wrap things up from game number 1 and get ready to look forward to here to game number 2, which is about 13 minutes away. We'll take a 3-minute break, send it back to the station, allow them to do the technical things they need to do to transition to game number 2, and then we'll be back in 3 minutes here on WHOU.